Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for Badger's Picks for the week of August 11th. Let's see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, we're going to be seeing Draven, Garen, Hecarim, Jarvan, Lulu, Lux, Nidalee, Rek'Sai, Sivir, and Veigar. And as for my first champion recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to Nidalee. Nidalee has not really been nerfed too incredibly hard in the correct places for her to fall off yet. We've seen her be a lot stronger priority-wise in the jungle. She's got really good clear, and she has a lot of good early pressure. She's one of the best at also soloing other enemy junglers, so she can invade incredibly successfully. She's just really strong. I honestly think if they're gonna nerf her correctly, they need to nerf her Cougar form and not her spears. Her spears are impactful, but Cougar form with no mana costs and pretty short cooldowns and crazy leap distances is kinda super strong. So if you're looking for a jungler to play, you might wanna try out Nidalee. As for my next recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai, maybe not quite as strong as Nidalee right now in the jungle, but a little bit different of a role. Very impactful still early in the game, which is a good thing for getting lanes snowballing. But Rek'Sai is still definitely a top tier jungler right now, probably still in the top 5. No major nerfs have really set in to make Rek'Sai really, really bad by any means, and still has a lot of global pressure with the ultimate. Or as people refer to it as the farm alarm. But Rek'Sai's still really strong. She is just a good champion with a decent kit, can contribute decent damage early on, transition into a tank later on, and has good crowd control and can get to the back line too. So Rek'Sai, a solid jungler. If you haven't had a chance to pick up this champion, now would be a good week to try her out. My third recommendation for this week, I'm going to throw it over to Garen. I know Garen's pretty simple to play and probably everybody owns Garen, but this is more of a reminder pick. Play Garen before the Juggernaut changes. Sometimes when Riot reworks these champions, they're less fun. We've seen this happen recently with Fiora, but just play him to remember the old Garen, although this is already Garen 2.0. They've already done it. Well, this might be Garen 3.0. They've changed Garen multiple times. But Garen is actually still a decent champion, honestly. His harass and having the silence up in top lane along with the spinning, he is very impactful, and he can sideways push. You get a little bit ahead. Garen can snowball a lane really hard, and he does this against multiple champions. So, yeah, Garen's good. Like, honestly, if you just forgot about him, you might want to try him out. And that's for my final champion recommendation for the week. I've done her so many times in a row, and I feel bad, and this will be the last time maybe for a while. But Sivir, still incredibly impactful, still being a top tier pick in a lot of compositions. It's not only the ultimate, but she keeps herself safe with Spell Shield. I know I've talked about this. She also pushes waves really fast and can apply pressure to enemy ADCs. About the only ADC who doesn't have problems with her pushing is Tristana, since Tristana naturally pushes waves pretty hard too. But Sivir's still a good champion. She doesn't have the most damage output late game, but she brings so much utility to the team, and she keeps herself safe while pushing successfully. So she's still really fun to play in my opinion too, so you should be trying her out if you haven't. Those are the champions that are free this week, all 10 of them. Those are the 4 I recommended, but obviously let me know down below in the comments which 4 you might be playing. I always like to know who you are playing. If there happens to be a box around any of these champions' portraits, that means you can click on it and it will take you to a build and guide of some sort for that champion. Yes, should be fun. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great week playing League, and good luck on the fields of justice.